good old Grandview, USA.
Oh, sit on it, Susan.
Tim. All right.
It's the best place to start from, especially if you're going places.
I like this town, too. It's just I can't do what I want here.
And all you need is a little help from friends.
So you want to drive in the Derby tomorrow night?
I don't have a car.
I got cars.
Grandview, a place you can learn about living
Untie me, Candy.
and loving. Jamie Lee Curtis and C. Thomas Howell. They know when it's time to say goodbye to Grandview, USA. This week on the HBO Saturday Night Movie.
The following movie has been rated R by the Motion Picture Association of America. It is intended for mature audiences. Parents may wish to consider whether it should be viewed by children under 17. HBO will show this feature only at night.
A cruel nurse at a retirement home plots to take advantage of her patients. Margot Kidder and Darren McGavin star in The Hitchhiker, next on HBO.
So what do you call yourself, huh?
Antonio Montana.
He came from Cuba with a crude vision of the American dream.
I kill a communist for fun, but for a green card, I'm gonna carve him up real nice.
Money, power, and women were his end.
This country, you gotta make the money first. Then when you get the money, you get the power. Then when you get the power, then you get the woman.
Murder was his means.
It's Cubans like you who are giving a bad name to our people.
Scarface. A riveting story that tracks the rise and fall of a cold-blooded killer.
Me, I want what's coming to me.
Oh, well, what's coming to you?
The world is coming.
Al Pacino is Scarface in the controversial underworld epic from Brian De Palma. Scarface. Tomorrow on HBO.
Fighting is always the last answer to a problem. And if you could learn karate, there'd be no reason to fight.
How come you didn't tell me?
Tell you what,
That you do karate?
you never ask.
A story of surviving.
I want to hear the truth. No, you don't want to hear the truth. All you want to hear is how great it is out here. Well, it may be great for you, but it sucks for me. I hate this place. I hate it. I just want to go home. Why can't we just go back home?
A story of how one kid learns to fight against all the odds.
You dead meat.
Through a friendship so special
You got real nerve, old man. Real nerve.
that in the end you'll witness a triumph of spirit you'll never forget.
Get out of here!
Pat Morita, the teacher.
Karate here.
And Ralph Macchio, the Karate Kid. Friday on HBO.
I have a message from New York City.
Oh my God, someone's bombing the precinct house.
He's a Vietnam vet. Over the edge.
You got something to say? That's why you're in this park? Let me get it on tape.
Holding Central Park hostage.
One ordinary man can have some power. Right now, I matter. Right now, I make a difference.
But an angry city isn't yielding.
No man is going to hold this city up to ridicule. No man.
Mitch, give yourself up.
Why?
Because you're gonna get killed.
We have two hired killers? I mean, is that what I'm hearing?
In the next 72 hours, he'll either make them listen or die trying. Tommy Lee Jones in an HBO Premiere Films presentation, The Park is Mine. Saturday on HBO.
Good Lord didn't bring it this far down the road just to let you die of a quart of tequila.
Texas. For the Border Patrol, life seems a never-ending stream of smugglers and cheap, illegal labor.
You pick up wetbacks in Chihuahua, and you pack them in anything on wheels. You promise them freedom, and you sell them death.
Not much happening they can't handle. Until now.
Show me the ticket out of here and I'll take it.
Is it a once-in-a-lifetime chance?
If this guy pulled off some heist, it's gotta be long forgotten now.
Or a link to an assassination 20 years past?
Who the hell are you?
Treat Williams.
This is serious, Bobby.
Chris Christopherson.
$800,000 is serious.
And Rip Torn.
Whatever happened should have happened years ago.
Nobody's allowed past this point.
Approaching on foot, we'll transmit as soon as we confirm the kill.
What is it about that Jeep that Carson's got the entire Fifth Army out there?
Flashpoint.
This week on the Sunday Night Movie. HBO presents First and 10, a football season unlike any other, featuring the California Bulls. They're big, they're bad, and they're ugly, but they've got the prettiest owner in the league. Diane Barrow, what do you say to people who claim that football is a man's game?
Well, I say it may have been a man's game in the past, but I intend to make it a woman's game.
When Diane's divorce suit was settled, the Bulls found themselves in possession of a lady boss. So how do they like it?
I like it. I like ladies. They make good bosses.
She's a lot better than that ex-husband of hers. But this is off the record.
Well, I have no problems with having a woman boss, as long as she understands that business is business and the tea room is the tea room.
So what's up with the Bulls? Let's go to the videotape. At this point in the season, on the field, the Bulls are holding their own. But off the field, it's anybody's game. And there's sure a lot of games going on. One story has it, the Bulls' general manager is getting cozy with the underworld Arcola family. Roger Barrow, what's the real story? Aren't the Arcolas just a little bit sleazy?
Sleazy? I would never use that word to describe the Arcolas. Very strong, upright citizens. And it's a pleasure to be involved with such men in the business community.
Another story has it that veteran quarterback Bob Dorsey, after a strong start, still may not be able to take the Bulls to the championship. Insiders say he's just too old to get the job done. Bob?
No, I've been checked from head to toe by the best, and there shouldn't be any problem.
But the best story of them all is the one with a touch of romance. Does owner Diane Barrow's interest in her quarterback go beyond his knees?
Oh, my interest in Mr. Dorsey is strictly professional.
So that's the story on the rampaging, wild, and woolly California Bulls. But one question remains. Now that Diane Barrow has corralled these Bulls, can she handle them?
I am going to handle these Bulls like they have never been handled before.
I think Diane Barrow can handle just about anything. I know she handles me. I mean, pardon the expression.
The California Bulls. One way or another, they're heading for the championship.
I think we're number one.
Maybe. First and 10. This month and every month throughout the football season on HBO.
And now Home Box Office takes you behind the scenes for an inside look at the making of a major motion picture, like the ones you see here on HBO. You could easily take Walter Lloyd for any American tourist on a Paris vacation.
Wait, I'm coming with you.
Or his son Chris, unhappy at being left behind. But you'd be dead wrong.
Look out!
Walter Lloyd is very much alive, as is his alter ego, actor Gene Hackman. The film is called Target, Hackman's 35th movie, and his third with veteran film director Arthur Penn.
Camera left. And action!
Gene Hackman's character is a man running from a mysterious past. Matt Dillon is his son. Together they follow a life and death trail through Dallas, Hamburg, and Paris.
All right, camera left.
Staging an action-adventure film like Target is serious business. It's a choreography of close calls. And when the location shooting is this fast and furious, it's all you can do to just get the action on film. It's now 5 months later. We're at Sound One, a recording studio in New York City.
Wait, I'm coming with you. That was awesome.
Gone are the cars, the extras, the bad weather, and the camera. It's time to work on the other half of what makes a movie.
One more.
It's time to build the soundtrack.
You guys ready to get your eardrums blown out?
It's preferable to have the sound at the moment, but if something has to go, if you've got the picture, you can always put the sound in later.
Look out!
In a scene like the one we're doing today, which is an action scene, you're not going to interrupt it. You're going to just go for the action, and that's what we did when we were shooting on the streets of Paris.
This is the first step. It's called looping, where the actors replace their original dialogue recordings line by line to improve the quality. The actor waits for the right moment to get the line in perfect sync with the picture.
Are you all right?
Let's get out of here.
Besides the dialogue, there are hundreds of sound effects that must be added into the soundtrack.
We'll probably have the pigeons flapping over here when we're taking off. What we should do here is have something really bright, you know, kind of startling when it hits.
Supervising sound editor Stan Bachner listens to the pre-recorded sounds of machine guns.
You have short bursts?
Yeah.
No, this one's really...
He'll listen to a dozen before finding the one that works.
Yeah, I think that really is what it is. We'll print this and we'll look for something else too as an option.
Lewis, in this scene, the first thing I want to concentrate on...
When a particular sound effect doesn't already exist, it has to be created. They're called Foley effects.
The passers-by...
In the cutting room, sound editor Neil Kaufman plans precisely where each new Foley effect will go. And what the sound editor orders, the Foley artist delivers. His name is Alicia Birnbaum, and what he does all day is make noise. Any sound a film editor wants, Alicia will find a way to record it.
As the car comes in, I'd like to get this skater. Now, when the shooting begins, Matt runs across here and knocks Gene to the ground. I'd like some drops of glass, but I'd also like the shower.
What Foleys are essentially the ambient sound that we all make when we're talking, when we're rubbing our jacket, but none of that we pay any attention to. But the absence of it, I think, produces a kind of vacuum. Just as we're sitting here now, we hear a little bit of the traffic out there. There's a little bit of sound out in the hallway. There's the sound of this room, and all of that. There you go. You know. Now, we don't particularly see that when we're doing while we're photographing this moment here. But the absence of that would make this situation somewhat sterile.
While dialogue and sound effects near completion, a third ingredient of the soundtrack takes shape: the music. Film composer Michael Small's job is to study the scene, find its rhythm, and then translate it into music.
The whole thing for me comes with finding the pulse or the beat, especially with this kind of material in this film. I love to create music that not only scores a scene, let's say in this case, gives it action and excitement, but actually becomes a specific character in a way. And the music for me, is the character of this thing from the past that's pursuing Hackman.
Ironically, not all of the sounds created in 19 weeks of work will make it into the finished soundtrack. There's still a final step. It's called the mix. After all the effects, music, and dialogue are assembled, the director will choose from among all of them only those that will make Target sound like an Arthur Penn film.
You have this vast quantity of sound that you develop, but you have to use it extremely sparingly. That seems to me to be the difference between technicians and artists. It's really just a question of how economic can the action be? How crisp and clean can it be? If that car can whiz, and before we know it, Matt jumps on Gene's back, and the machine gun starts to fire, and it's in those short increments that you can do it. That seems to me to be good cinema.
Wait, I'm coming with you.
Something's driving a pack of oddball crooks totally mad. Something to the tune of $5 million. And it's stashed in a coffin. Everyone's looking for it.
Didn't know I could hold my breath that long, did you?
Oh. So hold on to your hair. What? And above all, don't lose your chair.
It's gonna be a long train ride.
Michael O'Keefe, Beverly D'Angelo, Louis Gossett Jr. Finders Keepers. Thursday on HBO.
A force has arisen among us. Quick, powerful, ruthless. It can possess you and use you to spread its evil like a plague. No one escapes its grip, not even those you love. Ninja 3. Thursday on HBO.
The year 1965, Jakarta, Indonesia. He was a journalist.
You're an enemy here, Hamilton. Like all Westerners.
She was a diplomatic aide.
What do you do at the embassy? You a spy?
Well, if I were, I'd hardly tell you, would I?
A man and woman drawn together in a nation ripping apart.
Ship left Shanghai a few days ago with arms for the PKI. Look, I'm not telling you this to give you some fantastic scoop. I just want you to save your life.
For them, it was a time of passion, of trust.
You can't use this.
And betrayal.
Then you shouldn't have told me.
If you let the story break, everyone will know it came from her.
I can't let a story like that just lie.
Sigourney Weaver and Mel Gibson.
What is it? What's going on?
Some people have taken over government.
It was a year of loving.
I don't want to lose you.
And living on the edge.
Okay, get down.
It was the year of living dangerously.
This is Guy Hamilton in Jakarta.
Friday.
Take me home again to Grandview, USA. I've been waiting so long.
Ah, good old Grandview, USA.
Oh, sit on it, Susan.
Tim.
All right.
It's the best place to start from, especially if you're going places.
I like this town too, it's just I can't do what I want here.
And all you need is a little help from friends.
So you want to drive in the Derby tomorrow night? I don't have a car. I got cars.
Grandview, a place you can learn about living
Untie me, Candy!
and loving. Jamie Lee Curtis and C. Thomas Howell. They know when it's time to say goodbye to Grandview, USA. This week on the HBO Saturday Night Movie.
One more.
Hold it.